Okay, now we're recording. All right, so he seems calmer. Maybe meds is kicking in.
I think so.
And practicing daily. So how's he doing in terms of his leash walking?
He's doing well, except there are just so many more lizards and little birds around than there were before. So he's getting really distracted with all the little critters. So that's the biggest thing right now.
Is that tempered at all since his medication has started to kick in?
Well, I mean, it seems like these have all just popped up in the last couple of weeks. All these little,
Welcome to spring.
Yeah. So, uh, and actually, our neighbor was walking down the street with her little dog, and he did much better. He noticed the dog, but he focused back on me for the treats and didn't, try to pull or bark or anything.
Good.
So that was a really big improvement for him. So it just depends. Sometimes he reacts and sometimes he doesn't, but that was a really good situation.
Good.
And we've passed them in the past, and he's reacted to them before. So
yeah, that's why I tend to want to avoid spending a lot of time trying to work on what people commonly think of as triggers until the medication has a chance to set in. Because when the animal stress goes down as a result of the meds, the number of things they react to typically goes down as well. So we don't want to spend a lot of time treating things that may not be there once the meds kick in.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm trying to think, what are we working on today? We've gone over all of our leash walking exercises. We understand how to do the racetrack. Do we have the ability to do some road work today?
Yeah, they've.
All right, fantastic. So we can do that. We can teach you how to do emergency turns if we haven't done that. I don't see any notes that we did that.
Yeah, we haven't. That would be a good thing to do.
Okay. So the emergency turns are that's a maneuver that we do when you are scanning the environment out on a walk and you noticed something scary or potentially upsetting is coming. So then you want to make space and you want to make sure that the dog is being fed at a higher rate of reinforcement or being fed something much more exciting than you're using for your training.
Okay.
Okay. So the important thing with the emergency turns, if you're doing them in response to the appearance of something upsetting, is you want to be scanning the environment, looking for the arrival of the upsetting thing. When you see it, you look down and you notice when the dog notices. Once you see him notice, you begin to feed more rapidly or you feed the better thing.
Okay.
Okay. So if you're walking down the street and say you were, feeding kibble or walking, just loosely walking, which don't tell me you're just feeding kibble because that would be not a good thing. But you're feeding something okay, but he really loves warm bits of chicken. So when you see the potentially upsetting thing happen and you see him notice it, he has to see it first.
Okay.
Then you begin to rapidly feed him the better thing.
Okay.
Okay. In his brain, in the brain of a reactive dog, you have this phenomena that he notices a thing that's upsetting and he immediately gets upset. So his brain goes to the upset place. Okay. As soon as you possibly can after he notices, if you start feeding him something amazing, then his reaction to the other dog will begin to get less and less intense. Because now in his brain, the wiring is changing from scary dog makes me feel upset to scary dog makes chicken happy or peanut butter or cream cheese or whatever it is you're using. Okay. So that's why it's important for him to see the thing first. He has to notice it first.
Okay.
Because we want the appearance of the thing to predict the arrival of the really good food.
Okay.
If you're not careful about that and you wind up feeding him before he notices the other dog, then that will reverse on you. And he will perceive the food predicts the arrival of the dog, and then he won't eat your food anymore.
Okay.
Okay. I've had people ruin hot dogs and all kinds of things that way.
Okay.
So the sequence is really important. The appearance of the dog has to predict the arrival of the food.
Okay.
Right?
Got it.
All right. And did we do race tracking last time? Yes, we did race tracking a couple times ago. So that helps you move into more and more exciting environments.
Got it.
Right? Is he getting any walks that aren't training walks?
I guess I thought every time I took him out that I should be training him, but should I just take him on regular walks without?
Nope. That was the correct answer. Every
Okay.
walk at this point is a training walk. Okay.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that he learns how to be comfortable walking along in new environments, which is what the race tracking accomplishes. And then when you encounter something that is potentially upsetting, then we go to feeding more rapidly or feeding better or both.
Okay.
Okay.
Good deal.
All right. So if you're ready, we can start to do some road work. We'll teach you how to do an emergency turn. We haven't done that one yet, right?
Correct.
All right. So we'll do the emergency turn, which is fun.
Okay.
I think it's fun, but I'm a training geek, so I think weird things are fun.
Coming through the San Fernando Valley, the Santa Monica Mountain Range, much of Orange County, the high country of San Bernardino, the mountains of Riverside County, that wind advisory staying in place through Sunday as well. So the area.
She's now. Okay. There we go. Okay, now it's reverse. Oops. Hey, baby.
Snow continuing to fall through the Sierra.
All right.
See our chance of local snow once we head Saturday and into Saturday afternoon, Saturday night.
This is so cool. We have all these fosters with all these skills now.
Can you hold this for a second? I'm gonna
Here. Come here, Benny. Benny, come here. Hey, come here, Benny. Hey, Benny. Good boy.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much.
Camera Dave.
All right, buddy, you ready?
Yeah. Do it.
All right, Jennifer looks like she's loaded for bear.
We are ready to go. Okay, Benny.
There you go.
All right.
Take a look at this. We'll see some very
All right, so maybe we want to head out the door, and then maybe we'll work in the driveway for a bit. We can practice the turns in the driveway. So all of your neighbors will wind up thinking you're insane because you're doing these crazy things in your driveway. What a pretty day it is out there.
Yeah, it's great.
California. Well, we're not done with the what we stretch on into these.
Oh.
We'll take a look at the data.
I'm freezing up a little bit.
Chilly as well. Temperatures into the low to mid, slightly upper 50s throughout all of Southern
Jen,
California.
quick question. I need to come here real quick. How do I make that multiple screen? I need to see the game.
Oh, I don't know.
Thunderstorm chances on Sunday.
Whatever.
If you're outside if your phone is set to Wi-Fi and you're outside the range of your home's Wi-Fi, you can turn Wi-Fi off and it'll operate on cellular, and then you'll get
No,
less.
we're on cellular. We're all good.
All right then.
Yeah.
Yes, you can see some very light showers off and on.
All right, so that's looking real good.
Weekend, but we'll see some windier conditions as temperatures.
All right, now can Jennifer hear me?
Yeah. Can you see okay the way I'm doing this?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, good.
Very good shot. All right, I'm gonna go and pin Jennifer so we get most of her, or she takes up most of the frame. And so we're going to teach you how to do an emergency turn. I will talk to you about it first, and then we'll try one, okay?
Okay.
So the emergency turn is something that you're going to use when you see something potentially upsetting coming in the distance. Sometimes it's not quite as distant as you'd like it to be, but oh well. And so what you want to be able to do is get the dog turned in a different direction and make as much space as you possibly can. Okay. So how we're going to do that is as soon as you decide you're going to make the turn, you load your hand up with some really cool food and you stick that down in front of the dog's nose. Then you're going to, if you're walking him on the right, you're going to make a turn to the left. And you're going to give him some verbal encouragement. So we want him to go quickly. You're going to make that right turn really quickly. I'm sorry, left turn really quickly. And as you come out of the turn, you're going to maintain an increased speed for 3 or 4 steps and then gradually slow down. And feed him as much as you can along the way. So it's a little like walking and chewing gum at the same time. It's a little bit of coordination here. Okay, so you drop your right hand, put it in front of his nose, then make a 180-degree turn. Okay, and then take a few quick steps and feed him. Good. Okay, now make another 180-degree turn and start heading towards Dave. Okay, and then say, let's go, make a quick turn to your left, 180 degrees, and then quickly walk away. Cool. Okay, so we like to give him that little bit of a signal, like let's go or hurry up or something like that. So it lets him know that you're about to do this maneuver. And we want to practice this maneuver 6 or 8 times during each training walk so that he doesn't associate it with anything.
Oh.
We don't want him to think this is something that happens when the scary dog appears on the horizon. We want him to think this is some crazy crap that Jennifer does randomly. And it's fun and we get to run a little bit and then there's some cheese or something at the end. Very good. Okay, so we're walking. Oh, no, we see somebody coming. Let's go. Perfect. Look at that. That's very awesome. Okay, so normally you would just keep going, except now you're going to hit the garage door, so you have to stop. Cool. Now, do you have side? Yes, you do have some sidewalk there. Cool. All right. Now this can work with a left turn or a right turn as well. So when you take your reactive dog for a walk, you're always scanning the environment looking for driveways, pony walls, trash cans, trucks, cars, all kinds of things that you can hide behind if you need to. So that in the event you can't make a lot of space, at least you have a visual block. All right, so let's take a little walk down the street.
Okay.
Okay, and try when you pull your hand up, try to pull it up towards your waist. So he's not like doggedly following your fist the whole time. You just reach down, pay, remove your hand, reach down, pay, remove your hand. Good. Now, the cool thing about this technique is that because he's expecting you to reach down and pay periodically, he is not going to be scanning the environment looking for trouble. He's going to be checking in with you periodically, which breaks up the staring and relaxes him a bit. Okay, so now we're going to pretend that all of a sudden, 2 houses up, we see somebody walking a Dalmatian down to the curb. What are we going to do? That's awesome. Look what she did. Okay, now the stopping is not necessary. Just keep going. You want to put as much space as you possibly can between yourself and the problem. Good boy. If he looks away and you're having trouble getting his attention, just call his name. Usually higher tones are more effective. So if you see him looking at something that he could potentially get upset about, just go, Benny, 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 and then feed him for that when he looks away, when he looks at you.
You're at Sci Ranch High School in Cypress, Texas. In addition to cheering on the ground, she does this. Soaring high above her squad members as a flyer. I think it's super fun. I don't ever get scared when I'm upset.
All right. Okay, 2 houses up. We see a Dalmatian coming out of that house. A lot of Dalmatians in this neighborhood. Let's go. Perfect. So you get that hand down there in front of his nose. Oops.
I dropped a bunch of trees.
That's okay. That could be a good distraction too. That's something that we do with tiny dogs because it can be very difficult to reach down and use the nose of a tiny dog. So we have people carry around fistfuls of shredded cheese. And when they see something scary coming, we just drop a bunch of cheese on them. And then their attention is turned downwards while they scarf all the cheese up. Look at that. All right, so we're walking, we're walking, we're walking. And then we see something coming, but we're not going to be able to make a U-turn. So let's see if we can do an emergency turn and head up this driveway. Let's go. Hopefully you don't have any Karen-like neighbors that are going to come and yell at you for walking in their driveway.
I'm Ellen Later. You're watching Eyewitness News at 411 on ABC 7's Screen. We'll get ready for a stormy Easter weekend.
I didn't hear the last thing you said when I was up the driveway.
I know. If you hopefully you don't have a Karen-like neighbor who's going to get upset with you for
No.
being in their driveway. Good. Good. And now we can go someplace else. So another strategy might be to make a turn and wind up in the street if there's no cars coming, of course.
Per person, down from 25 yesterday.
And it's not just the rain, some communities could see snow. And our inland Bureau Chief Rob McMillan is standing by live in one of the springs.
Good boy. Right, so we see a dog coming out of this house. Instead of making a U-turn, we probably just want to make a left turn. So that would be a left go, let's go, and make a left turn, head out. Okay, the left turn would put you into the roadway if it's clear.
We've got a car right here.
For that one, go left.
Okay, so then you could actually walk around behind the car, get on the other side of the car. And then hang there for a minute, feed, feed, feed. And then come back out when the coast is clear. Awesome.
Winter storm northeast. I know it's springtime. This is what we have. Heavy snow about 6,500 feet.
Gee, we're making a bunch of really great demonstration videos. You guys are awesome.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and are you walking at a fairly comfortable pace for yourself?
Jen.
I didn't hear what you said, Barbara.
Okay, are you currently walking at, well, not now, but were you walking at a pace that was comfortable for you?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Okay, now just be careful he doesn't get too far out in front. If he does, you want to reposition him. The quicker you move, the more mistakes he's likely to make. So that's what we want to practice at those higher speeds so he gets used to that. But the moment he gets too far out in front, then he's more likely to be scanning the environment than paying attention to what you're doing.
Residents are getting ready for potentially yet another round of heavy snow. We get 6 inches, then we get another 8 inches, and so it's we don't get a break. Don Phillips saying the incoming storm has changed their plans for Easter. We were going to a big party, Easter party, and now we cancel it because they're afraid of the parking situation mainly because you can't park on the street.
That looks really good.
That's no summit, the incoming storm, several feet of fresh snow, but the timing of the storm, not perfect.
Okay, now typically you don't want to wait for him to get that far out in front. As soon as his neck starts to move out in front of you, that's when you want to reposition him.
These guys from San Diego have a lot to accomplish before it starts snowing. Today we're going to be doing the same.
Okay, now he's getting fed fairly frequently. Is it possible for him to work with a less frequent feeding schedule?
I was thinking if I sped up the feeding that maybe he wouldn't get out in front of me as quickly.
Okay. But we want to get to the place where, every 10 or 12 steps. So we have to work up to that. Okay, if you keep your eyeballs on him, then you'll start to figure, okay, after 8 steps, he's starting to move out. He looks real good. Now you want to make sure to pull your hand back up after every feeding. So he's not just targeting on your hand. Good.
All you have to do is scan the QR code on your screen and you can get the latest weather conditions in your area.
Okay, if he starts to lag, you can layer on some verbal encouragement to keep him moving. Good. Okay, scary German Shepherd is coming directly at you. What are you going to do? Very good. Okay. Yeah, he's having a great time. Look at him.
Well-known civil rights leader Ben Crump says the department tried to dismiss the allegations.
Oops.
All this is going well. But thank God we saw the video file sales. The incident caught on surveillance video. Police say it was at an illegal gambling business, and you can see when they arrived in an unmarked car to reports of a man with a gun. Adams is seen running away.
Okay, the right turn is going to be a situation where you want to make sure he is in the right position. If you have to make a quick right turn and he's too far out in front, you will trip over him. And that is never a good thing.
Yeah.
San Bernardino issued a statement saying the officers did identify themselves and that Adams had a gun, believing that the subject was trying to find cover and ambush the officers. One of the officers fired 6 rounds. The family settled for $4 million, but they now want charges against the officers.
Looks good. Yeah, if you're walking around this part of your neighborhood, do you typically see other dogs?
See other dogs?
Do you see other dogs in this area? Typically,
Sometimes.
when you're on a walk?
There are dogs in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Some of the local races are still up for grabs since no candidate received more than 50% of the vote, including 3 LA City Council races. The top 2 vote getters will square off in November.
Barbara, if Benny were to go ballistic because he sees a dog before Jennifer does, what would the process be for getting him back on track?
Just make space.
Same thing. Okay.
Yep, make space. But because Jennifer is way taller than him and she is actively scanning the environment, she should see any problems well before he does. She's looking for trouble.
He got his first major notice as one of the stars of the groundbreaking award-winning series Roots. He just stayed quiet. That's all there is to it. Louis Gossett Jr. played a slave-named Fiddler in the classic 1977 TV series Roots. It won 9 primetime Emmys for its excellence. including one for Gottlieb for his performance in it. You go running off of the heels, you know what's gonna happen to me. I get to sleep on a motherfucker. I just keep with the face.
Really good.
7 other Emmy awards for his work in variety, but he's perhaps best known for the impression he made starring opposite Richard Gere in An Officer and a Gentleman.
Okay, if you find yourself making too many adjustments, you may want to slow down a little bit. Good. Is there something going on? Because I saw him scoot way out in front.
Our neighbors are outside across the street, and we hear.
Okay. You can also call out his name when he looks up. You can pay him for that too.
200 credits working in movies and on TV. As a teenager, he started working on Broadway. As a senior, he wrote his memoir, An Actor and a Gentleman. One of his final roles came last year in the new version of The Color Purple. The woman that Taylor lost in my house.
Very good.
On Instagram, The Color Purple's Coleman Bingo wrote, "We lost a true great, a true legend." Bingo's co-star.
All right. You guys feel comfortable with that one?
Happy left the set. Besides his acting work, Gossett also founded the Racism Foundation, aimed at helping to create a world.
Okay. If you find yourself in a situation where you're having to reposition frequently, then you probably want to think about slowing down a little bit, or maybe racetracking the area that you're in a little bit more just to get them comfortable with it.
I've been slowing down a lot. I think.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
Yeah, I was actually slowing down quite a bit, and he still
Uh-huh.
was.
I think it's Benny who sets the pace.
Yeah.
Drives anyway.
Yeah. That you know, that happens, but we have to catch ourselves because we should be controlling that. There we go. That looks really good. You took notice of something over there, but gave attention right back. Very good job, you guys. Okay, so typically the rule is if you find yourself making too many corrections, then you want to go back to the last place where he was very successful, or just slightly reduce your criteria so it's a little easier. And then work your way back up again. See how nice and loose that leash is, everybody?
Mm-hmm.
It's very good. Okay, starting to creep up on you a little bit. Whoops. It's always good to just have one treat in your feeding hand.
Took 138 iterations before you find the tick on chassis, but it also took 189 pizzas and 52 all-nighters. The meticulously refined Tiguan. The 0% APR financing with $2,000 customer payments on a new 2024 Tiguan during the Volkswagen 75th anniversary sales event.
Looking good. All right, you guys tired yet?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
So you know all the moves now. You know the emergency turn. You know the racetrack, the reposition, the pivot, and the walking forward. So you got it all.
Right, sounds good.
What about the right turn though?
Well, the right turn, if the dog is in the right position, right turns are usually pretty easy. Let's get into your driveway. We'll give you a little more space.
That's why Kaiser Permanente Medicare health plans have $0 monthly premium, $0 copays for primary care visits, labs, x-rays, and preferred generic drugs, and $0 preventive and diagnostic dental services. You also get the convenience of hospital care, medical services, and prescription drug coverage, all in one plan. Did you know that Kaiser Permanente is rated?
All right.
Sure.com. Let me and my team.
So cameraman Dave can get pretty close now. This is good. So we're going to go back to pivots. So let's just come into the middle of the driveway so you have plenty of space to move. Okay. And we're going to stop right there. All right, reposition. Good. All right, so you're going to take a treat, put it in your right hand, drop it in front of his nose, but don't give it to him. And you're going to make a 1/4 turn to your left. Okay. And then again. Okay, make sure he has something to follow. Good. Remember, pick up your hand in between moves. We want to make sure he's staying in place. He looks like he's having a blast, though. Okay, reposition. He's out of position. Okay, very good. Okay, now stop right there. So your ability to make a right turn is going to be very dependent on him being in the right place.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is just drop your hand in front of his nose with the treat. And now you're going to slowly turn to your right. Okay, that was pretty good. Okay, now when you turn, you're going to pivot. Okay, I don't want you to walk around him. I just want you to pivot. There you go. Reposition.
Is on a tear so far this year, ending first quarter at record highs. It's closed today, and observe it's a good Friday. And while a booming market is great for investors, many Americans are struggling with their finances, and that's also forcing them to dip into their savings.
Okay, now reposition him. Good. We want him to realize he's got to be parallel to you. Okay, right turn. Good.
Tax day is just around the corner, April 15th, and following several weeks of successful testing, the IRS has launched its new direct file program.
It allows taxpayers with simple returns and a W-2 income to file
All right,
taxes.
so let's go back inside or go back in the garage where it's a little more quiet. And do you have like a dog bowl or something that we can use for him to step up on?
What's the step up on?
Like a dog bowl?
Yeah,
Back inside my find something.
yeah.
Eligible to file their taxes with direct file. Just go to the IRS website for instructions on how to use it. Who's eligible? If you're getting a social security check and you need to file your taxes, you can use direct file. If all you do
Water in a small.
Or the food bowl's empty. Hey, the food bowl's empty. Okay.
and you're filing your taxes. Calculated there that will help you determine if you're eligible for things like the child tax credit or the earned income tax credit, which will mean that if you are eligible, it's money that's to help you support your children, support your family. Is plans on expanding this direct file program in years to come, making even more taxpayers eligible.
Perfect. Okay, so the next thing that you want to do is, let's move that a little bit further away from the fireplace. So I have a little bit more room. We want him to be able to swing around it. Perfect. All right, so we're gonna have him on a kind of a short leash. We're gonna bring him walk him right up to the bowl.
Okay.
And then you're going to use your treats to lure him forward, and let's see if we can get him to put his front feet on the bowl. Okay, reposition, so he's parallel. He's like, I don't want to touch that. Don't want to step on that. Okay, just keep moving them.
At 6 p.m. because there's going to be other weather systems coming too. Now, in the course of history in Southern California, there's only been 4
Go slow.
times when downtown we've had over 2 inches of rain on the 24-hour period. You can see them there. They go back mainly into 1926, 1935.
Mhm.
What is this for?
We're going to teach him to move his rear end. Okay, so Jennifer, if you step away from there. Okay, and then come forward like 2 steps. Pass the bowl up all together. A little bit more. We want to get it clear of the bowl. I want to show Carol what's going on. Okay, so reposition him so he's parallel. Okay, and then start to make a right turn. And let's see what happens to him. Okay, so you see what happened? He moved his head, but his back end didn't move.
Mhm.
Right? The reason for that is most dogs have no awareness of what's going on with their behind.
Mhm.
Okay, their behind is like a caboose. Wherever the front end goes, the back end goes with it. Okay, I'm sure you've seen your dog do that hysterical thing where they come running down the hall and they go too fast and they make a turn and their rear end slams into something.
Yeah.
Okay, it's because they don't have rear end awareness. When people take their dogs for agility training, they spend a lot of time training them to pay attention to what their back legs are doing. Because if you don't, and you get up on the dog walk or the teeter or whatever, you're going to fall off.
Mm.
You don't really learn much from falling off. So the problem now is when she goes to make a right turn, if she's just making a quick pivot, then his front end will go, but his back end doesn't do anything. So when we get his front feet up on that bowl, if we can do that. Then as she makes her pivot, his front feet, oh, good, pay for that, pay for that, pay for that.
Yep.
Let's try that again. Just straight forward and then get his feet up there. So if his front feet are on the bowl now, they don't really have anywhere to go. And the only way he can make the turn is by moving his back end. Okay, go slow. Sometimes it helps if you put the bowl like a few inches from the wall and then you walk the dog up to it, you know, the dog between you and the wall. So he doesn't really have any way to avoid the thing. There we go. That could work. Ooh, pay for that. Good. He's got 1 foot up.
And one fall told us 1 to 2 inches. A few areas could pop a little bit more, maybe 2.5 inches of rain. So we'll be watching that for you.
So what I want you to do is walk to the chair, past the chair parallel, not walk towards the chair, but put the dog between you and the chair. So he doesn't really have any option but to walk over or step up on the bowl.
So,
Or pass it up completely. He's a really good worker, though. He's like, I'll
Yeah.
try again. I don't care. Let's do something else. Go slow, 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 slow. See if you can get him to scoot between you and the chair. Okay, keep the treat very close to his nose. You don't want him to lunge forward.
No.
Try a piece of chicken.
Ooh, up the ante.
God.
Better give it to him.
All right. Come on. Let's go, baby. Come on. Let's go.
Yep, right over it.
He stepped over it. All right, let's try something else. You have a two-story house?
We do.
Okay, let's go to the foot of the stairs.
Okay.
We'll give him the idea that stepping up is what we're looking for. We'll give him as many hints as we possibly can. Okay, so then use your lure and see if we can get him to step up on that bottom step. Good.
Why? Hey.
Okay, now step down.
Okay.
And let's see if we can get him to step up, but you don't step up. He just goes up by himself.
Good boy.
Good boy. Okay, and then down off the step. And then back up again. Okay, do that 3 or 4 more times, and then we'll go back and try the bowl again. See if that made any difference.
Good boy.
Very good.
Boy. Okay. Good boy. Boy.
Okay, let's do 1 more, and then we'll go back and try the bowl again.
She fell down the
Yeah.
stairs.
A treat. So he's looking for it. Good boy.
Fantastic.
Boy.
State-of-the-art EGLT laser varicose vein solution will make your legs look incredible. Call 1-800-BLAST to set up a free consultation with our varicose vein experts. Get the smooth, sexy legs you deserve.
Yeah, it's okay, buddy.
Okay, go slow, go slow, go slow. We're not in a hurry.
Been eating for like an hour nonstop.
Come on. Okay. Not interested.
Okay, well, he's confused.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to the stairs again. We're gonna go step, we want you to step up. We want you to step up.
One section of that bridge alone weighs more than 9 million pounds, so that it will have to be cut into pieces to be removed.
Right.
Good.
We need to have him killed in the collapse.
Nearly actually the string of random attacks.
Good boy.
2 men were arrested this week after several women shared their stories of being assaulted on the street. They started with a TikTok
Good boy.
for attack. At least 6 other women have shared similar videos online. Some were punched, others were slapped. Police say there is no evidence that any of these incidents are related. The only common link is that the victims
Boy.
stories on TikTok.
Global hospital needs to help identifying a patient who was badly hurt in a
That's what's going on, and coastal communities are bracing for more rain. You know, this Dallas rains is tracking the storm. Plus this.
Kids love video games, but this one is special.
Boy.
So that you maybe you realize you're getting a shot. I'm Denise Fedora. I'll have that story coming up on Eyewitness News.
Right.
Cool. Let's try a few more.
Okay. Good boy.
Good.
Boy.
Very good. All right, let's try that bowl again. See, he's not sure what to do with that foot.
Mm.
He's like, there's this, my foot. I want to do something with my foot.
Pepper? Pepper?
Hmm.
Let's go.
All right. Well, we don't care what direction he's going in. Let's see if we can get him to put his footy up on that bowl. Do you have anything else he could step up on so we can try to generalize this a little bit?
Please.
This is where we become creative trainers and look for things that help us.
We try putting his foot on the, actually put his foot on the board. Here, Vinny. Yeah.
Ooh.
Through the magic of storytelling, Disney and First Book have harnessed the power of legendary stories to inspire the next generation of diverse creators, thinkers, and leaders. Because education transforms lives.
Boy.
Go ahead, pay for that.
Boy.
Yay, Benny.
Boy, Benny, the boy.
Okay, so that box is pretty good. We could probably use the box instead of the bowl if people step up on it. He's like, oh, thank goodness. Figure that out. Oh my God. I think they think we're all crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, see if he'll readily step up on the box. Oh, good boy.
Good boy.
Okay, let's take him off and see if he'll step up again. And then we can move the box a few inches away from the chair and see if he'll still do it.
Good boy.
Look at that.
Good boy, Benny.
Oh, he looks so pleased with himself. Doesn't he? Look at him smiling.
He's getting chicken, so he's really happy.
Well, that'll do it. That would make me happy too.
Good boy, Benny.
Very good.
Good boy. Okay.
Whoops. He hung on. Look at him. He says, this is good.
Good boy.
Good. All right, let's get the box a few feet away from the chair now. See if he'll still do it.
Boy. All right. Okay, got that. Good boy.
Good.
Boy.
All right, now what I'm going to ask you to do, now that he's up there, is you're going to start to walk around the box going clockwise. We want his nose to stay, you're going to take him with you. Actually, let's go in the other direction. Let's go counterclockwise. They'll get a little spatial pressure. Okay, and we're going to get him turned around.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Sorry, bud.
He's not afraid of the box, so that's a good thing. Okay.
What?
So we're going to have you pivot, right? And then take his head with you. So in order to be successful, his butt is going to have to move. Okay, so just keep luring his head around until his butt moves and he's lined up next to you. See that? Okay, so he's moving his back legs now.
Boy.
Okay, just stay in place until he's parallel. So not only does he have to swing his back end around, but he has to do these little pitty-patty things with his front feet. Okay, so stay, whoops.
Good boy.
All right. So you're going to keep his head very close to your body and you're going to turn to your left. Okay, see his back legs moving? Carol, Barbara, you see his back legs moving? Well, not right now. So if, as you start try to bring his head around, he's got to move his back end. See, there it goes.
It's designed to get into
Okay.
pieces
There. Mhm.
Good. It's actually easier if it's something that's rounder, but that's
Ah.
okay. Okay. So if you practice with him stepping up on things that he's comfortable stepping up on, then eventually the bowl, or if you have a shallow bucket or something like that, see, he's moving his butt now. Okay, so you want to keep his head up and moving to your left, and then that will cause his back end to come around to the right.
Boy.
Okay, so keep his head quite close to your body, and as you turn, there you go. Whoops. If you pull his head to the left, then his back end will swing out to the right.
Good boy, Benny. Good boy. Good boy.
They have no idea what's going on back there until we make them aware. You ever see a dog pass gas and then flip around and look at his butt? Like, what was that?
Yes.
Exactly.
Right there. What's going on back there?
I think
I have excessive rear end awareness.
I'm just going to let that lay right there. See? And then you're giving him a little push with your thigh, which is fine. But you want to pull his head to your left so that his back end swings to the right. Okay, so he's lined up nicely now. So we'll make another turn. There you go.
Boy.
I
Good.
think
You got the idea, right?
yeah, I think he's getting really tired.
I'm sure he is. But if you keep practicing that way, eventually he will figure out, oh, okay, in order to stay lined up, I have to move my butt, which I
Yeah.
really didn't even think was there. And then when you go to take him for a walk and then you move him in that direction, then his rear end will swing out first.
Got it.
Okay? It's fun to practice that one though.
Yeah. Yeah, good boy.
Well, and you don't have to go far.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
waiting for the dryer's last 5 minutes and before you can take the clothes out of the dryer, and then you've got Benny doing the box step.
There you go. There you go. We have a thing in the office. It's what they call a library step. So it's sort of round
Mhm.
and it's a lockable step up. So you can step, there's a step on it and then you can step on top of it
Uh-huh.
and kick it around with your feet. And we use that a lot. We also use upside down dog bowls.
Benny, here, bud.
All right. So did that, whoever, I forgot who asked about the right turn. Does that make you happy?
I did. Yeah.
Okay. So that's the opposite turn. So if he was walking on the right side, then it would be a left turn.
Mhm. Yeah, I was just thinking about the emergency turn, to the right if it has to be to the right because of whatever is happening.
Right. So typically we spend a lot of time working on emergency turns on the favorite side. And then if it turns out that we want to take it a step further, then we teach the dog to pivot out of the way as you turn into them.
Mhm.
But they have to move with their butt first. And that's not typically a skill that a lot of dogs have. Hang on a second. Penny, stop that. Penny. 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 Oh.
Get your
My
ball.
husband has a bad habit of getting up to go to the restroom and leaving his handkerchief in the cup holder of his armchair.
Oh.
And now she's chewing up his handkerchief.
Isn't that a
Okay.
drop it command, Barbara?
What's that?
Isn't that drop it?
Well, yeah, it would be a drop it, except I know she knows I can't do anything about it. So she's way smarter than I am.
Hate it when the dog is smarter.
Yeah. You don't want to live with Penny. She's like, ugh.
So, Jennifer, do you want to keep working on all of this now for a week or two? Or do you want to
Yeah, I think do a couple of weeks and really fine tune it before our next meeting.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. That would be the 12th of April.
All right.
Yep, that works for me.
Friday.
Okay, let me see what I have.
Yeah.
Oh, I could do 4. I have to do a site visit that day, but I should be back to the office by 4.
4 o'clock, okay,
Yeah. Yeah, that works for me.
okay. And
And
is Dave there that day?
Yes.
To be Mr. Dave, the cameraman?
Yeah.
He is, yeah.
cameraman Dave does an exemplary job. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Certainly is.
Really followed really well.
Yeah, these guys are a team for sure.
I know they're doing a fantastic job, and Benny is definitely showing the benefits of that.
I would agree. Yeah.
Good dog. Good boy.
Does Dave want to be the handler sometime, like instead of just Jennifer showing her skills?
Oh, I'm fine either way. All good.
Okay.
I mean, it's fine.
We should probably try it sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, practice first. Don't get on camera and show us.
Look at he's just like staring right into the camera. Look at you.
Annie.
You're a funny dude.
What a good dog.
Annie.
He's such a good dog.
Good boy.
Look at his tail wag. He knows it.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Thank you again, Barbara.
All right, well done. I'm gonna get this video melted down and moved into the Dropbox,
Okay.
and then we'll be all good to go.
All right.
See you on April 12th.
I'll look forward to it. You guys take care now.
Thank you, Barbara.
Happy
Thank you. Did a great job.
Take care.
Bye.